What's poppin', gang? I tried to make it 10 minutes. What's good? What is it? It's Thursday, man. I said that in the last video. I woke up this morning and thought it was Friday. All right, man. This is exciting news. Now, some of y'all still gonna hate it no matter what. But hey, y'all know I'm a Cole fan, so we gotta talk about it. This was sent over to me yesterday. And it's a good sign, gang. It's a good sign. What up, Noah? I see you in the chat. Make sure y'all hitting that like button on the way in, man. I appreciate you. This was sent over to me yesterday, and it's a good sign. It looks like we getting some new music from J.COLE pretty soon. Now, I've said this from the beginning that I kind of felt like the fall off was already done. And with everything that's gone on and everything that's taken place, I feel like he's had to reevaluate and kind of attack his drop or attack his career a little bit differently since everything happened. So it looks like he is saying that he's been locked in and making new music, which is good for Cole fans, right? So J.COLE, so this is from NFR Podcast. This was sent over to me. Shout out to the homie Deontay for sending this over. J.COLE says he's been locked in making new music. All right. He says, I know, man, I'm off to a bad start. Carter Live, let's go. What up? Let me know if this is your first live. As always, man, anytime you guys tap in, it's your first live, I want to hear from you. I appreciate you guys pulling up. Even on the days when there's not a ton going on, we still gonna try to get you at least 2 to 3 videos. I know, man, I'm off to a bad start with the consistency. But I'm gonna do better. Watch. I've been locked in on the music while also balancing family life. What up, Be Real? It's a juggling act. It's a juggling act that a blog post wouldn't do justice in explaining. But with that said, I'm back tending to this garden. So I take that as I'm back tending to this garden, right? Like I took some time off. I allowed the plants to grow. I allowed the weeds to start to show up. But now I'm back and I'm tending to this garden. Now, it's a good choice of words because we've seen him out and about, just kind of chilling and kind of being out in the public and you know, working on new music in public. And I think that's just him. Like I said, some of y'all gonna hate Cole no matter what, but hey, I'm a Cole fan. We ain't gonna never just cut him off completely. Cole doesn't really have to be consistent anymore. He just needs to drop good music. You should react to Domani. What's Domani? J.COLE was ducking K-Dot. Cole can't talk no GOAT talk. He run from the battle. This is something I want to hear from y'all. Like, I feel like I hear it in comments a lot. And we have another video to react to ThoughtCrimez. We got another video to react to. So I want to hear from y'all. Y'all say Cole is not good with the GOAT talk because he ducked K-Dot. I just want to hear from y'all. I don't know. I just want to hear from y'all because skill level wise, I don't think anybody would disagree with the talent that's in the pen. What you guys would deny is the ability to engage in warfare. That's what I think. That's what I'm hearing from y'all. I mean, the other one is suing for defamation, but still doing some tough rap. I believe people are taking too much pressure on Cole. Meanwhile, on the other side, right, there's a lot of pressure on him. I don't think it's a lot of pressure. I think it's a lot of disappointment. That's what I think it is. Do you think J.COLE even cares now since he on his way out? You know, he been talking retirement for, he said what, 2 summers, 3 summers, something like that. What up, J-Tom? He been talking retirement for a minute. I don't really ever know if an artist like J.COLE or Kendrick or any of those guys ever really retire. Maybe they just not active as much, but I still see them, you know, giving verses to people or featuring on tracks or working on something super highly creative that's not what we would normally see. So I don't see him I don't see him going out like this. That's the one thing I'm gonna say. I don't see him going out like that. He not going out like, he ain't going out sad. We're gonna get probably another 2 to 3 projects. And I think maybe what we thought was gonna, or what was initially gonna be the fall off, I think we'll probably still see those tracks, but maybe just in a different vessel. I think it'll be a little bit different. I think if Cole didn't pull out of the bottom, out of the battle, he would have had a better chance than Drake. Oh, that's not even a question. That's not even a question. I don't think he would have, I think he would have fared a lot better because I think there's less dirt on him. And, but then again, maybe you pull out because there is dirt on you and you don't want it aired. So that's just something we'll never know. For me, Cole lyrically is there. I'm gonna just say that. Cole is there lyrically. J. Cole can't touch Kendrick. I mean, I think you'd have to be talking can't touch Kendrick maybe from a creativity standpoint. I haven't seen Cole's creativity get where I've seen Kendrick's creativity get to. But lyrically, straight just rapping pen to paper, I don't really think there's too many better than J. Cole. So that's just my opinion. If you guys don't mind hitting that like button, I appreciate you. Running from a fight shouldn't erase his history, but it is. It is erasing his history. Domani is the new J. Cole. Listen to Forever Lasting. Domani is the new J. Cole. Oh, I thought you saying it's new J. Cole. Oh, you talking about T.I.'s son. He's T.I.'s son. I heard Kendrick had something on J. Cole. That's why he run from the battle. Yeah, I heard that too. But I think if he really wanted to put it out there because he was just really in battle mode, I think he would have just put it out there. Cole is very lyrical. If Kendrick went bar for bar with Cole, it would be close. That's kind of what I'm saying is I don't think you can just diminish facts in what we've seen. You can definitely take away points for, not engaging in the battle. I can definitely understand that, but I can't see how people just forget who J. Cole is on the mic. What they're saying is because he's not gonna back up all the tough talk. So everybody's entitled to their opinion. I respect it all. Unless he shows me otherwise, I think he's out on trying to compete for the GOAT today. Like he'll always be a GOAT, but for the GOAT today, I don't think it's his thing anymore, but I don't know. Cole would not have been disrespectful to Kendrick. Facts. Nah, Cole, my GOAT. I'm telling you, man, can you react to Forever Lasting? Maybe in the next video, but not into this one. Maybe in the next one. All right. Let's go ahead and get into this ThoughtCrimez video, man. ThoughtCrimez dropped a video called Joey Badass and J. Cole Competitive Anxiety. I say that's what they calling it now. It's like performance anxiety. You can't, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all hit that like button on ThoughtCrimez. I'm gonna hit the like button for him. Hit the subscribe button too. Joey Badass, I believe, has a little bit more of that competitive anxiety where you're being called out and just not saying anything. And I think it's because I don't think you can beat everybody. Cole, on the other hand, is a little bit more seasoned in my opinion, as far as like just ability to rap. Just he's a better rapper in my opinion. But I think the pump fake is what everybody's gonna remember. It's tough, bro. It's tough. If Cole would have stayed in the battle, it would have been a lyrical battle. Yeah, it would have been, are you a better rapper than me versus I'm a much better person than you. And I think that's what we got a chance to see. All right, let's tap into this video. Like I said, if you guys don't mind, go ahead over to their video, tap into their video as well. I did drop the link to their video in the description as always. So thank you to ThoughtCrimez for putting this together. I don't even know what it is, but let's get into it. Joey Badass and J. Cole, Competitive Anxiety. Hit that like button as well. I appreciate you.
What the fuck is this, a 20v1, nigga? Look, it's a 20v1 man on me.
I said that yesterday. I'm like, why are we adopting Drake bars? What are we doing? Why are we what? It's a 20v1? Why are we adopting Drake bars? Do you know what that means?
Look, it's a 20v1 man on me. Niggas try to walk
Tasha Joey at it again.
Prince Solomon.
What the hell is wrong?
What's up, everybody? This is your man, Prince Solomon. Joey Badass has just come back outside. He released a track called Pardon Me, and it looks like this is going to be an EP. Now, there's Pardon
Which I said everything he's doing is to push other music. That's it. Even in the article that we read yesterday about Joey Badass's EP, more music on the way. So it's like, now I got you hooked. I got you listening to everything I'm saying. Now I'm going to tease new music, and you guys are going to continue to come back just to see if I respond. Y'all going to keep coming back to see if I say something about Ray Vaughn, or if I mention him directly, or not even Ray Vaughn. If I mention Kendrick directly, which he won't. So the fact that he's putting this out as an EP, took a break from acting, and then now we put out Rulers Back, Sorry Not Sorry, and Pardon Me, which the first two tracks, like I said before, are very, very, very lackluster in my opinion. You had, bro, I didn't know Joey had stands. I seriously didn't know Joey had stands. You had Joey stands like certain high-fiving each other, like, yo, this is it. This is what we talking about. I'm like, are you listening to the same? It's not an EP, it's a single. No, this is the single. He's got an EP with these three songs on it. The EP has Pardon Me, Sorry Not Sorry, and Rulers Back on it. So I'm not saying that I'm not saying Pardon Me is it. Damn, I lost my thought. Y'all covering Cole battle skills. Love him, but come on. 20v1 is done because it's at most 5, and in the boost situations, they were kicking your The thing is, you can't holler 20v1, fam, after you went in with a bullhorn and attack the whole coast and expect them not to come back and say nothing. That didn't even make sense.
Me, track 1, and then there's Sorry Not Sorry, part 2.
See, here you go right here. It's a 10-minute runtime.
Be an EP. Now, there's Pardon Me, track 1, and then
3.
there's
It only has 3.
Sorry Not Sorry, part 2, and then of course there is the Rulers Back, track 3. All right, I know I said part 2, but you guys get the point. 1, 2, 3. That's what it is. A 1, 2, 3 punch. Now, here's the thing. This track here has a lot more energy.
Facts.
It does remind me of some Heatmakers type stuff. Gives you a lot of the old school Just Blaze type stuff as well. And, you know, it's 3 songs on this particular EP.
Facts.
And so with that being the case, I think Joey Badass is taking his time right now. Now, he does mention in this particular track, Pardon Me, about the 20v1, you know, of course, referencing Drake when he was like, this is a 20v1. Of course, you guys know I love the Kendrick flip. It's a 1v20 if I got to smack niggas that right with you. But Joey Badass, nonetheless, is basically saying, look, everybody responded. I pretty much shot at the guys that I wanted to, because it's not only just Kendrick Lamar that he was dealing with. And I understand Sin and I, we covered, but we know why everybody came outside, because, look, you had 50 Cent, you had Mace, you had Cameron, you even had $1 million worth of Game, then you have a lot of people in the industry, and then there's this whole anti-West Coast sentiment. So it seemingly looked like a lot of people just did not want Kendrick Lamar to walk away with the W, or at the very least, they didn't want the nigga to enjoy his victory.
Facts.
So with
they
that
was trying to just sour the victory. It's like, bro, just let him live. I'm not understanding it. Infinity is the only Joey song I know, and it's because of X. Joey didn't attack a coast. He was actually dissing New York, but I'm explaining that would look corny. Yeah, I could see that. I could see that. By you saying too much West Coast D-licking, it's like, we on the East Coast and we supporting that? Like, I get it, but I don't think he really thought about using them J lyrics and how that would sound to the West Coast. So even though he could have been dissing the East, and he basically just used a poor choice of words, and that's why he never responded, because like, I really wasn't dissing y'all. I was talking about them. It's just, is just a pretty bad choice of words for me. I could see that. I don't think I ever looked at it like that either, Tribal Chief. I don't think I ever looked at it like a New York diss. I heard too much West Coast D-licking, and I'm like, but the other argument to that is, where have you been? That's the argument. It's like, where have you been? If it's too much West Coast D, why you not here to tell them to stop? Why you come out with one song acting like you the best rapper on the East Coast and you've been missing in action? I don't get it, bro. Did you see that article about Drake paying child support to a lady with a 2-year-old daughter that was his child? Kendrick didn't lie about the daughter. Listen, man, the thing about it is, and I'll say this, the thing about the Drake content, right, is there's so much content that you could do. We here, what up? There's so much content because there's something new every day, fam. If you don't cover one thing, the next day there's something else. Then it tends to look like that's all you're covering, but it's not. It's just because it's just new. It's just new information. Some people want to hear it, some people don't. But it's just so much content out there circled around Drake, man. It's just it's wild, man. But maybe later. J.COLE only major battle was Diggy Simmons. Oh, chill.
The case when Joey Badass showed up, and we seen him associated with majority, of course, 50 Cent properties, but also typically just classical hip-hop New York properties, you know, with the story of Wu-Tang and things of that nature, and then Power Book 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, BMF. I don't know, Jetson Flintstone series. I don't follow any of the BMF Power Book.
I don't either.
Okay? But I do know from time to time, I do understand that Joey Badass is a part of the show. So a lot of people reacted. And not only that, we just hadn't heard from Joey Badass in a long time, to be honest with you. I know he dropped some stuff in 2024, like Tell Me with Chloe and things of that nature. But for the most part, you know, Joey Badass has kind of been on the Hollywood tip. So when he came back outside and he was doing the thing with the pop-out dance and all this other stuff, a lot of people was just kind of genuinely confused.
Yeah, bro.
Not only that, this is what I will say for Joey Badass and anybody else, but specifically for Joey. People forget diss records, they are historically narrative tracks. Even if you're clowning someone, you're telling a story how this person is a clown, or
right.
You're telling a story how this person is not a gangster, or they're getting diddified late at night, even though they're claiming they're getting all these women out here. You have to tell a story. The one thing that I've always felt from Joey Badass is there wasn't really a clear, concise story as to what happened, other than for what it looked like to the general public. It's like, I just want to rap, I just want to battle.
Yeah, bro, like I never understood why he jumped out the window in the first place. Joey was on Cordae single, he just low key. I think, man. But so do you think if you ask Joey face to face, excuse me, chat, if you were able to talk to Joey face to face, and this is just for the fans, would you think that he would say, yeah, I just be low key? I be outside, I don't be outside, I just be low key. And if he would answer that yeah and say, yeah, I be outside, I just be low key, that would answer the question of why people never included you in any sort of anything. Right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, he would say, yeah, I just be low key. So why would you feel like you getting overlooked or somebody's not mentioning you or you're not getting the credit you deserve when you be low key? I think your body of work speaks for itself, right? Like, if enough people felt like you were that guy, then you wouldn't even have had to say the ruler's back. They would have just been like, hey, bro, Drake, Cole, and Kendrick over there talking about who the best when it's really this dude. But I didn't see nobody saying that. I didn't see not even a little bit have I ever heard Joey mentioned in that. And that's always been my point. What up, Julio? That's always been my point. Is if anybody was like, yo, y'all forgetting Joey, y'all gotta stop. You leaving out Joey. How are we leaving out Joey? Nobody said that. Cold World, what up, Chosen? Joey gets included by OG hip hop heads, maybe not people from other regions. Does he though? That's a good question. Do y'all include? Do the OGs just include Joey in the like the top 5, top 10 category? Like really, I want to know. Biggie, he does. Biggs, my bad. Biggs, he does. Is Tyler considered Kendrick's era? Tyler been out for a while. I would say so. What's up, Muhammad? No. Joey could have been there if he didn't put 3 albums out and then have some hits. Some of y'all are saying yeah, and some of y'all are just kind of like nah. Let me ask. This is no shade. This is no shade. This is literally a question. To the people that are saying yes, are you from the East Coast or are you from New York? That would be my only question. Is like, yeah, we talk about it like that but if you're not and you just like, I'm just a listener of Joey, then it would make sense. But again, no shade. I just want to know. It makes me laugh in his songs that he just released where he says, I'm back. Yeah, I don't get it. I'm back. Like, where'd you go? Black Friday. Black Friday went nuts. He nice, but doesn't get recognized like that. What's going on, fam? What up, fam? What up, Hot Commodity? I'm from New York City. And he say, nah, not even top 15. Shout out to Cam Cobain for the $5 donation. I appreciate you, gang. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Joey isn't even the best in New York right now. It's Griselda in Buffalo. That's what I'm trying to understand is like, is there just something we're missing? Like, I know he's got talent and he's always, I know, and even from Pardon Me, if you go back and listen to my reaction, I was actually like, okay, even though this isn't the potential that I've seen from him, this isn't what I've seen. This is still really good, but that was the better of the 3 tracks. I don't know, bro. Didn't Jay in an interview put his name with Cole, Kendrick, and Crit? Did he? That'd be nice to see that. He's not about what we mad. He not saying names, talking about body bags. What bodies? Yeah, right? If you're from New York, you know and understand his stance, but he isn't active like that. Nobody listens to the Griselda like that. I definitely think Griselda definitely has a following. But honestly, I would put them in the same kind of category of like notoriety. I could be wrong, but I would definitely put them in that kind of notoriety. Midwest, he cool, but he ain't that one. Not saying he whack, but he's not the one. Maybe Joey and Big Sean have just been hanging out this whole time. Because Big Sean is one of them dudes too. Big Sean is not really out there like that, but when he be rapping his ass off. He be rapping his ass off all the time, bro. He always be rapping his ass off. In the same way Joey be rapping his ass off. Jermaine, if there was a poll of top East Coast rappers, he wouldn't be top 5. Give me the top 5 right now on the East Coast. Can y'all do that? Def Kid, what up? Can you give me the top 5 on the East Coast? That's what I want to hear. I think people don't like Subliminal dissing after Kendrick and Drake. Yeah, because that's another thing too. That's another good topic. I should write that down. The fall off of the Subliminal diss. I'm gonna write that down because that's another topic for we got to talk about that. My bad. All right, I wrote it down for real. I think that there's historically subs have been a thing for forever, bro. Like people been subbing people for forever and not necessarily saying the name, but just leaving clues that maybe only that person or the people who are really in the know understand exactly who I'm talking about, right? It was almost an art form of how creative can you get with your sub, with your subliminal diss. And I think now I know now there's much more of a transition to, nah, I don't really want the subs, because the subs leave it up for my interpretation and I could get it wrong. I want to know who you're talking about. That's another good conversation. Thank you for that. To jog that for me. I appreciate you. When you say I'm back and only a handful of people realize you were even gone, damn. Sean killed his own career by letting that control verse go out. People who are downplaying Joey are, one, from other regions, two, fans of the people he's talking about. I could see, or both, or a combination of both, Peter. And the thing is, I don't think anyone downplays the talent. I think people downplay the arrogance. That's what I'm downplaying, the arrogance. It's like, are you serious? You really think that you're that guy? Like, I just don't see it like that. I like Dave East more than Joey. I see that too. I think we looked into that bar too much. He wasn't really dissing anybody, but the way the streets are moving, you can't say much. You can say something. You have to be more careful with your words, because like the homie said a few minutes ago, he said when he said too much West Coast D-licking, he wasn't really talking about the West Coast. He was saying my fellow East Coastans, if that's a word, my fellow East Coastans are over here D-licking the West Coast and not standing up for us. But the West Coast heard it and was like, what you saying? Hit that like button, Gay. Can we get 100 likes in the stream? New Yorkers are arrogant. I can't say that. I can't say that because I'm not from New York, and then I had a hole in New York on my neck. Like, what you say? Sean got name dropped and bodied on his own track. Ugh, that's terrible. All right, let's finish this video. My bad, gang. We then digressed off into something else.
That's cool too, but for the most part, just the one thing that I've always felt from Joey Badass is there wasn't really a clear, concise story as to what happened, other than for what it looked like to the general public. It's like, I just want to rap, I just want to battle, and that's cool too. But for the most part, Joey has been a bit of a recluse. He's always kept to himself.
Right.
So this is the first time the general public had seen him show any type of extracurricular behavioral modificated technology. All right, basically him coming outside saying that I want to do something, I want to be a part of the conversation. And it kind of felt like, I just want to be a part of this conversation too. And I do believe in my heart that what he saw with Kendrick Lamar and Drake and J.COLE, I think that genuinely inspired Joey Badass. That's my take on it. Because keep in mind, when Kendrick Lamar disappeared for about 4 to 5 years, remember he talked about he was facing writer's block. He was uninspired.
Prince Solomon.
The rest of the video at P2K. What? What? I'm like, where'd you go get the J. Cole? Hold up. Let me find the rest of this video. P2K. Oh, man. What's the title of this video? There it is. Is that it? Oh, yeah, this one's 16 minutes long. Oh, that's what y'all was talking about. J. Cole owes a battle rap tax. Oh, that's what y'all was talking about.
And on me, niggas.
Hollywood tip. So when he not a gangster, I feel like I really on because the narrations weren't all that. Just like I stated earlier, and tried to get busy and make. I genuinely think Joey Badass, possibly with the advice or maybe can be uninspired. You know, nobody was competing. Everybody wanted to be friends. Everybody wanted to be on a DJ Khaled track, and Kendrick ran short of patience. So I think with all of the energy that was happening last year, I genuinely think Joey Badass, possibly with the advice or maybe seeing quote unquote his homeboy Fitty, depending on what his relationship is with Fitty. But I think Joey Badass was most inspired to hop outside and try to get busy and make some things happen. Now, of course.
And the thing, bro, and if you were inspired to jump outside, I would have loved to have heard, bro. That inspired me so much, bro. That inspired me. That inspired me to jump out and want to rap. I would have accepted that better than I supposed to be where they at, because that sounds like, what did you do to get there to me? That's what it sounds like.
Of course, like I stated early on, because the narrations weren't all that clear and concise. And listen, Kendrick Lamar has been very direct with his jabs. Even Drake, now Drake has been pushed back into subliminals, okay? Because he's throwing his jerseys down on stage, and, you know, he's talking about Melissa Ford. Like, he's been pushed into that space. So he's not really doing any directs as it stands right now, until he possibly may feel more confident later on this summer. He's going to try to stick his chest out one more time this summer. That being the case, though, it was a bit aggravating for the general public, because people just saying, be out with it, Joey. Just say what it is. What's the issues, right? And I think Joey Badass, from what I got from the Pardon Me track, I think,
y'all not worth my time. That's what he told us. Why do people think 50 and Joey are that close? I have no idea. It sounds like people were saying that 50 was the one that gassed them up, though. What up, crew? What up, fam? Make sure y'all hitting that like button, man. I appreciate you. We got about 120 million people here. If we can get 100 likes on the stream, that would be amazing. Thank you, guys. Love Kendrick, but him and Drake were subliminal for a decade. That's true. That's true, but that's why I said what I said when I don't know if you were here when I wrote that down. I said, I think there's lost love for the subliminal diss. Everybody wants it to be direct now. When I take flight, it's gonna be direct. And I think that's the difference. I think for all those years of Kendrick and Drake going back and forth subliminally, there wasn't a decision to take flight. We can talk, but now enough is enough. I'm taking flight. It's over with. So I think that's what it is.
I think he's drawing this out, so whatever he really wants to say is probably going to be on the album. All right. Now, am I going to say, like, oh, is people going to really be checking for the album?
Yeah, we are.
I'm not going to diss the nigga just because, you know, I think I'm sorry, not sorry. I don't feel it's the strongest track, or the ruler's back. I don't feel it's the strongest.
Quinn Miller, is that the ghostwriter? What up? Because Kendrick wants you to say his name. Very much so. Very much so. Quinn Miller in the building.
Strongest track. I think Pardon Me has much better energy. But no, I will be interested in seeing what body of work he's going to be piecing together. So I'm not that hung up on, you know, oh, Joey shouldn't diss none of these, because at the end of the day, the nigga is an MC. Now, again, the motivations may be a little different. So when Daylight hopped out there, Rayvon hopped out there, I don't know, I saw a Chingo Bling Mexican type rapper from the West Coast. I didn't know what he was saying, but he looked like he was dissing Joey Badass. There was a lot of people jumping out there. And so I think Joey also had to keep in mind, oh wait, this is the West Coast. So all of these niggas, this is really a home team type of region here. So, you know, you got niggas in Arizona talking about don't fuck with the West Coast. You got niggas in Seattle, don't fuck with the West Coast. Niggas in Denver, don't fuck with the West Coast. So Joey coming out of there like, oh, too much West Coast dick licking. And then he got that initial response, which he knew what he was doing. I don't believe he thought so many MCs would be coming outside.
See, I think that's the initial take that I took too. Like, I don't think he thought it was gonna be like that. I don't think he thought they was just gonna kick his back in. But that's what ended up happening. And then you got the people on the East Coast who was like, that sounded like he was really talking to the East Coast, not so much them. I will say, I think way more people are gonna be interested in the Joey project now, a full thought out project, because he'll have time and it's gonna give the Joey fan base the got you moment, the aha, because we've all been saying this is trash. It's not direct, because I don't think anything that he put out was trash. It annoyed the hell out of me because you saying stuff about people. First of all, the timing of it was crazy. You started off the year with this. They've been battling for 6-7 months. Now you come out of nowhere talking about too much West Coast D-licking. Like, why you wasn't saying that back then? I think everybody kind of had the same issue with it. unless you were just a diehard Joey fan or you were from the East Coast, you saw nothing wrong with it. But it looked a little like there was an agenda. And then the EP comes out, and then the announcement of music later on. So it's like we can kind of see that we can see the road.
And, Daylight has been all through New York filming art gallery videos dissing the Knicks. So, from my understanding, there was some reaching out to see if there's really any issues. And then Joey was saying, allegedly,
Wait, what?
There was some filming art gallery videos dissing. Daylight has been all through New York filming art gallery videos dissing the Knicks. So, from my understanding, there was some reaching out to see if there's really any issues. And then Joey was saying, allegedly, what they're stating is that he just said there's no real thick issues. It's a competitive thing. So I think.
Did y'all hear that? I had never heard that. So Daylight, they checked the temperature with Daylight to see if it was real beef or what. I had never heard that. Pokemon Center. Shout out to Brandon Carmichael for subbing to the channel. These Cali dudes are all hopping in this, and Joey only wanted K-Dot. 12 years ago, Joey came out with a song where he said West Coast D-Licks 2. So he just throwing shots at K-Dot like he was 12 years ago. If you're throwing shots at Kendrick, and this is just an observation, if you're throwing shots at Kendrick, why mention the West Coast? Are you saying that Kendrick is the West Coast? So I'm going to now say the West Coast and expect Kendrick to be the one that steps out. But the thing is, I think it's a little bit of, it's weird that he can say, y'all are not worth my time. Joey Badass can say Ray Vaughn, Daylight, Cliff Savage, Lit Poppy, I'm missing one. Mick Jenkins. Y'all ain't worth my time, bro. Y'all know who I am? Y'all ain't worth my time. But then Kendrick Lamar, 21 Grammys, if I'm not mistaken, 21 Grammys. Super Bowl halftime performer. Classic albums, several classic albums. It's supposed to have time for Joey Badass. Isn't that the pot calling the kettle? Shout out to my dog for the $2 donation. Antium Bishop, I appreciate you. Joey gotta let K. Joey gotta let K-Dot go. He ain't coming home, man. Hey, bro, look. My bad, my throat is dry right there. He can't. You gotta battle and get back to where you think you were. I think he's only saying that because people were saying he shouldn't expect a reply, yet want him to reply to Daylight and Ray. I think he felt like that initially. I don't think people saying you're not worthy of a response from Kendrick was his okay to say they not worthy of my response. It's two different things, bro, in my opinion. Yeah, he said, like, we ain't a problem, I guess.
On top of that, because Joey does deal with Hollywood a lot of times too, and Nick flying out of certain regions, and no nigga is trying to get that whack 100 treatment, allegedly. I think there has to be some points where he's probably slowed down and thinking there's politicking going on behind the scenes. But from what I got with Pardon Me, he still says he wants to compete. I don't have a problem with it. I just don't think some of the stuff he put out there, I don't think is strong enough to warrant a direct response from Kendrick. But I don't think Joey Badass is necessarily just singularly focused on Kendrick. I believe if J.COLE opened his mouth, I think Joey Badass will be ready to get busy. I personally feel like J.COLE and Joey Badass is more of a... But
don't y'all see how that's kind of like clout chasey? Anybody who responds, and again, this is just homie's opinion of what Joey would do, so I can't say that that's what Joey's doing. But don't y'all think that's kind of clout chasey to be like, whoever responds, I just want somebody to bite. Somebody bite. I hope it's a big fish. I hope it's a big fish. Damn, it's another Rayvon. Throw it back. Big fish. Big fish. Damn, it's Big Jenkins. Throw it back. He's just waiting on the big fish. I'm going to just say, bro, leave Cole alone. I think what he said was he's more matched with Cole. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Badass will be ready to get busy. I personally feel like J.COLE and Joey Badass is more of an appropriate battle. I think Ray Vaughn gets busy on the microphone. I think the nigga is definitely talented, and I think he's a very funny MC. You guys know how I feel about funny MC. Niggas that can deliver a punchline, witty humor, complicated metaphors and flows, but at the same time, they can make you laugh. I think that's a very special gift. This was Kendrick demonstrated. We've seen it with Doechii. Redman has been a legend with it at the same time, and even Missy Elliott. I know people sleep on her pen game, but don't sleep on her jokes, humor, and wit and punchlines. She's very funny. So with that being the case, I think Ray Vaughn, I think he's a very excitable, energetic MC, but I believe Joey Badass generally doesn't feel Ray Vaughn is on his level. Now, am I saying Ray Vaughn is not on his level?
No.
I think any MC can get leveled, or I think any MC can level
Any
up
given
in the game
Sunday,
depending on what they do to their opponent. Now, that being the case, I am going to be interested in seeing what the fuck does Joey Badass really got going on. I think most of his body of work has been pretty solid from 2000, from 1999 to 2000, then the All-American Badass joint, and then he had the Badass joint in 2015. Me and Sin, we're not one of these funny-ass fans or listeners, better yet. I don't do the fandom shit, neither does Sin, but we're not one of these fickle-ass listeners, like just because a nigga drops the ruler back and we're like, that nigga, all his shit garbage. But I get it, it's rap music,
facts.
it's hip-hop. All the nigga gotta do is fuck up one time and you throwing his body of work in the dumpster.
Bro, that's what I'm saying. He's saying exactly he's saying the way I feel about the Cole stuff. Like all somebody, I keep forgetting where I'm at. All somebody got to do is mess up one time and then we just throw out their entire body of work. That don't even make sense. That don't make sense to me how you could do that. You can't throw out their entire body of work because they messed up. Have y'all noticed that all these rappers are basically using an East Coast sound in order to compete? Not really. I don't think Kendrick did that.
So with that being the case, I do think it's a decent effort. I think Kendrick is going to be moving on to some other. He's going to do one more special treatment for this particular phase of his career. Then niggas.
Peter said Cole. Wait, you said. Shout out to Cam Cobain for the 2. I'm like flabbergasted by what he said. I hope Ray Vaughn drops an album this year. I hope so too. We'll definitely be reacting to it. Wait. I'm trying to find it. Did you delete it? Couldn't you argue that Control and Like That are clout chasing? Is that a real question? Do people really believe that? Is that a thing? That's a thing? Control is clout chasing. First of all, outside of the bars where he just mentions the rappers and themselves, the verse is one of the craziest verses I've ever heard in my life. Craziest verses I ever heard in my life. Then when he mentions the rappers, he said, I got love for all of y'all. I'm trying to murder y'all. Trying to make sure your core fans never heard of y'all. Trying to set the bar high. Who trying to jump and get it? Well, how was that a clout chase? Hey, look, bro, you, and you, y'all cool, and we good. But I just want y'all to know where I'm at. I'm not here to just not be the greatest. That's clout chasing? I don't know, bro. I think definitions of clout chasing are different, and I think that's the other thing too. What one may view as clout chasing, somebody else wouldn't. Because I wouldn't see it as clout chasing, but I can see how some people would. And he also said Cole couldn't obliterate Diggy Simmons. Oh my God. That's tough work. Control, that was what I'm better than y'all. Yeah, he trolling now. He trolling now, bro.
It's moving on to some other shit. But I do feel if niggas do want their own victory lap, look, I'm telling you all right now, there's a nigga from North Carolina named J.COLE. All right, he's been sliding by at the same.
Okay, so real quick, I am Groot says like that is clout chasing. This is somebody else. This is I am Groot. Like that is clout chasing because he wasn't dissed on first person shooter. But you would have to be him to perceive what he thinks is a diss. Maybe it is disrespectful for you to put me in a group with two other people when I believe I'm on an island. It's disrespectful for you to put me in the same group as Drake. That's disrespect. You put me in the same group as Cole. You don't know what he thinks about Cole. Cole good, but he ain't me. You put me in his group? Nah, bro, you got to put me somewhere else. Ain't no big three. It's just big me. Bum. Get up with me. He said they sneak dissing. Hey, look, you have to perceive what he believes to be a diss. That's all I'm saying. If Drake really don't F with, couldn't he ask Cole to change the lyric? But I think you now you're that's a completely different conversation. That's a completely different conversation. If Cole didn't rock with him, if Drake didn't rock with him, he could have asked Cole to do it. But we understand that Drake is about, let's piece it up. Let's make sure we all good friends. We can all make a whole lot of money together. If we the big three, there's tours, there's merch. Hey, like what? You know what I'm saying? So I think that's what it is. I don't think it's about Drake really having this animosity towards anybody, because what does he really have to stand on? Like he can't have no animosity. He stole everything. You can't say I'm the best at this, I'm the best at that, I'm this, I'm that, I'm that. You can't. You can, and you see what happens. So that's kind of what I think, man. I don't have the patience for new young hip hop fans. I'm trying. You don't get to say that's the only thing I would say is you don't get to say was disrespectful, because I think that him putting him in a group with a guy like Drake was disrespect. That's the way I perceive it. This is a good conversation. We're supposed to be watching this video, but we're having a great conversation. If you're watching this on a playback, feel free to tap in whenever you find something that jogs and you're like, yo, I need to comment. Comment, and I'll try to get back to it. Oh my God, are y'all just learning what started the beef or something? Drake was sneak dissing No, I'm not. Control came out, and a lot of New York rappers came for him. Kendrick did not respond to them, and we left it like that. Joey was talking, but wasn't really talking. Kendrick loved it that people responded to his Control verse. He did it for culture, not for social clout. I agree with you, but I low-key give Kendrick a Napoleon complex. Chill. I hear you, bro. Remember, the talk is that all three was supposed to be on first person shooter, but something happened behind the scenes. I don't think they were supposed to be on first person shooter, all three of them. I think it was pitched. That being pitched and supposed to happen is two different things. Like, okay, I got a verse ready and something was supposed to happen and then I didn't do it. Or, hey, look, Kendrick, hey, bro, we got this really dope idea, bro. Like, all right, look, like, I'm gonna be Spider-Man, right? You go be Spider-Man. And then we gonna do this. It's called, we gonna play ping pong together. And then we gonna play bat. And then we gonna be in the arena. And it's gonna be three of us. Kendrick was like, nah, I'm good off all that, bro. That's too commercial for me. I'm good off all that. Do y'all think Joey can't stand against daylight? That's a different question.
Same time.
Back to the video. My bad, gang. We have really had a conversation in this video. I apologize to the people who gonna watch this on the playback, because we really just having a conversation in the chat.
Victory lap. Look, I'm telling you all right now. There's a nigga from North Carolina named J. Cole, all right? He's been sliding by at the same time being put in a big three category. And I personally feel that that perception can be changed immediately if he chooses to engage. You know, people say he's scared of Kendrick. Perfectly fine. From the very beginning, you know, I never felt that they were on the same level equally as far as lyricism go. People have their camps, their bodies of work, but I do believe Joey Badass isn't just singularly focused on Kendrick. I think Kendrick is just seen as like just a golden goose. You know, what MC that really has hunger in their vein, they want to fight the fucking heavyweight champ, and Kendrick's the heavyweight champ right now. And Joey was in the crowd with his fur coat on and said, man, come on, I want my shot, nigga. I want my shot. So that's what's going on with Joey. But I do believe, though, J. Cole still has to come outside. And I think also Kendrick is a pressure cooker, too. I believe Kendrick's run is going to extend deep into this year. I think he's going to be forcing a lot of people, especially folks like J. Cole, to really put up their best effort. But also at the same time,
but
Cole may have to...
okay, so I think Kendrick has a lot ready. I think Kendrick has a lot lined up for this year. As far as Cole is concerned, I think what we're gonna hear from Cole is gonna be the best version of Cole we've ever heard. I just don't see it any other way. I can't see it any other way. It's gonna be the best version of Cole we've ever heard. So creatively, I can't even see how Joey Badass is a comparison. I just can't. But again, I have to remove my Cole, bias, maybe, I guess, from the picture. The Fall Off is slated to be like one of the greatest hip hop projects ever. So I don't know, bro. I'm ready for that to happen, though. I'm ready for that. But when Cole does come outside, it's a wrap for a lot of people.
To fight somebody, because he did say he was a part of the big three, that if I diss a nigga, in my personal opinion, Sin said the same thing. The only person we've seen Cole go after was a pre-retardated Kanye West. So that doesn't count to me. Yeah, people thought it was poetic. Was it false prophets, fallen prophets? I didn't give a fuck about that shit. Because it's Kanye West. Who cares about anything that he says, does, or how he responds? However, though, I do believe that J. Cole does have some hip-hop tax to pay, because for a long time, he's been showing a lot of these MCs that, I'm a part of the big three. You can't fuck with me. It's me, Kendrick, and Drake. Kendrick says, I don't know none of you niggas. So then Cole is like, all right, I'm gonna go high. Then he came out with Port of Antonio. He talking about how much he loved Drake, and then Drake is out here dissing co-hosts and things like that. So I think, J. Cole has a hip-hop tax to pay, and I do believe that's something possibly Joey Badass can take care of. Look, I think Ray Vaughn gave Joey Badass some strong...
So he's saying the hip-hop tax is to obliterate Joey Badass, which is, I could see that. The thing is, there's nothing you could say about what he's saying. I can't say nothing wrong about it at all. Port Antonio was a worse look for Cole than dropping 7 Minute Drill and pulling it. Port Antonio was worse to them. And I'm like, fuck. I think the professing of like kind of still wanting a relationship or still kind of riding the fence with Drake was what sent people over the edge. Grippy was bad too, bro. But Grippy was an obligation. And that's terrible to say, because it was bad. That was terrible. It was bad.
On bars, my personal opinion, and so did Daylight. But I do believe Joey Badass, I think he just generally don't feel that is his weight class, okay? I think he really believes and he feels that it's the J. Cole's and the Kendrick Lamar's. Now, dynamics with Drake, I don't know, some of the niggas, especially from the East Coast, they've gotten kind of funny where, like, it's about bars and lyrics and it's about writing your own shit. But then they'll be like, oh, we love Drake. You're like, well, what about the ghostwriter shit? No, nobody care about that shit. So that's kind of fun. So I don't know what Joey Badass's dynamics with Drake is or was, but I do believe Joey Badass, I don't think he feels those guys over there, and I don't feel he wants to keep flirting with that West Coast energy. You know,
he don't.
That's just my personal opinion. I think him and Rayvon is a dope battle. Look, like I told you, I think any MC can get leveled and any MC can level up. That's just like boxing. So with that being the case, I will say Pardon Me had the best energy.
Of course.
I did love the production on it. Sorry Not Sorry and The Ruler's Back. I think they are decent efforts, but you gotta understand, we just had a hell of a fireworks show that was put on last year. All the way
that was
up to
like
the Super
sparklers
Bowl.
to us.
So, you know, my mindset is that I would like for some of the MCs to understand that you also have to convince the audience. I get it, you know, everybody want to go in their own way. I think that's personally what got J. Cole in trouble. When he did that delete me, delete later, delete shit, whatever the fuck that shit was. You know, all that nigga really needed to do was just take away the beat and make the shit spoken word poetry, because I just wasn't feeling a lot of that shit he was doing on there. And it just sounded like...
Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Oh, no, we're not going to do that. Nah, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do that. No. Now, 7-minute drill was lackluster, to say the least. We're not gonna do that though. Mike Lee later had some, bro. It still comes up in my playlist when I'm driving or whatever, and I listen to it. I'm like, bro, this would have been dope, minus this smear on here, man. Minus the smear, this would have been dope. This would have been crazy. We would still be listening to it right now, like we would. But it's like everything get thrown out the window because of 7-minute drill. Yeah, Mike Lee later was crazy, bro. Crazy. And I'm still waiting on them Indy 5000s. Man, yeah, I can't agree with that. That's the only thing I won't agree with.
He was rapping shit that he only wanted to hear. And so that's what my statement was today. Like, he was rapping shit that he only wanted to hear.
But in my opinion, when Kendrick does that, nobody says anything. When Kendrick is rapping what he wants everybody, what he wants to be heard. That's crazy. The Cole slander is nuts. I will never take away from the people who believe Cole can never be number one because he didn't battle. He did Port Antonio, but we can't discredit the work. We just can't.
And so that's what my statement was to Joey Badass. Like, if you're going after the Kendricks and Coles, like, there's no point in dealing with Drake. He already, his is already shot up. But
you see how they synonymous though? The Kendricks and Coles, the Coles and the Kendricks, the Kendricks and Coles, the Coles and the Kendricks. Who else do you reach for? If Kendrick is the golden goose right now, that's understood. We already know that. Is Joey Badass 3? I don't know, bro.
The Kendricks and Coles, like, people got to understand, these are going to be dynamic performers. Now, I don't think J. Cole is a dynamic performer as an MC when it comes to dissing, but he does put on one hell of a show when he's selling a lot of wolf tickets, like Sin said earlier at the top of the Drake and Kendrick battle. J. Cole is a very strong actor when it comes to selling a lot of wolf tickets.
Damn.
And then we know Kendrick Lamar, I keep telling folks, he's the Denzel Washington of vocal performances on the microphone when it comes to rapping. So what I'm saying is, for MCs like Joey Badass, you got to show more energy. Like, the Pardon Me would be a good direction to go in. I think J. Cole does owe some hip-hop tax for all of this shit he's been doing.
I don't disagree with that, though.
He's trying to find a way to slide the fall off out there without having any direct conflict.
Nah, he's got to drop a project before the fall off, in my opinion. He's got to drop a project before the fall off. Don't drop the fall off and allow people to just... He got to drop the fall off in like 2026, bro. He got to give us a project this year that's different. He got to give us something different. I don't think we can go straight into the fall off.
That would actually...
He said, no, I agree. I agree with the tax part. I agree with he got to pay the hip hop tax, bro. You got to come back. You got to battle somebody, or you got to do something. But like, I'm not the
hip hop tax for all of this shit he's been doing. And I think he's trying to find a way to slide the fall off out there without having any direct conflict that would actually displace him further than how he's behaved during the battle.
You gotta drop
Like,
another
he
project,
hasn't really,
in my
quote
opinion.
unquote, gotten his ass beat up on track. And I actually think Joey Badass in the J. Cole angle is definitely an appropriate battle.
I think so.
It's his choice if he wants to respond to Ray Vaughn. I think Ray Vaughn is a fucking hell of an MC. I think he's a gifted nigga. I'm definitely looking to see what the does he grow into.
Facts.
I think Mick Jenkins, I like his most recent shit that he dropped recently.
Yo, we got to react to that too. We'll probably react to Mick Jenkins tomorrow.
I think he's a talented MC, a talented artist as well. So, at the end of the day, the ironic part about it is this, and I'm just going to leave it on this note. Joey Badass, Mick Jenkins, of course, J. Cole, and then there's Kendrick. It's kind of like the last go-round for the same class of individuals. Because, Mick Jenkins had been out just as long as the rest of them. He has a new track out in the video. The video is funny, actually. He's got a joint called Publix.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's witty. I think Mick Jenkins, I do feel he's I always felt he was a dangerous MC. And, I think
Mick Jenkins is a sleeper, bro. I hadn't really followed too much of Mick Jenkins, but when I did, I was like, yo, he going crazy out here. Y'all better watch out for him.
Badass can go in either direction. I think Mick Jenkins can go in either direction. But I'm going to be honest with you. Some people may say, like, Prince, you always picking on Cole. I said, no, I think Cole needs to pay some hip-hop tax.
I agree.
Because Mick Jenkins delivers when it comes to bars, and he let it be known. Even with all of his soft Jerry Curl approach, he's still showing effort. Initial effort. I'm still going to keep talking about. He said it on Pardon Me. I'm still going to keep talking my shit. I think
but to me, all of that's cool. Can't none of them rap better than J. Cole. That's just can't none of them. Not Joey Badass. Not I don't think Mick Jenkins can rap better than him. That's just my personal opinion. I just don't think none of them can rap better than him. But there's no battle. There's nothing at stake, because we can compare tracks, and if we start comparing tracks, then we already know how that goes when you're just a bigger artist and you have bigger music and better music. But I won't say better, but bigger music. But when there's something to fight over or beef over or battle for, then we can kind of see how they stack up against each other.
Like I said, as they call him, J.
Yeah, we're not even
I just
talking about
think
him, bro.
the man owes some
He
taxes.
said you tripping.
Okay, and I think because you might get some slugs, some Kendrick, Joey. You might get some some.
That's my point. Battling and rapping are different. Battling and rapping are different. I don't think rapping. There's not very many people better than J. Cole as a rapper. Battling, different story.
Here, if Kendrick does the deluxe, right? But realistically, a more appropriate battle for you would be J. Cole. It really would. If you're looking to level up, get your name out there. And I think there's a very strong capability, a possibility for Joey to pull off a victory in that space. That's just my personal opinion. Because I ain't seen J. Cole show up to shit.
Bro, you said Joey Badass could have a victory over J. Cole? Oh, man. That's hey, look, let me know, bro. Yo, there's a chance for Joey to beat J. Cole. Oh man, he don't like J. Cole.
Name out there, and I think there's a very strong capability, a possibility for Joey to pull off a victory in that space. That's just my personal.
In the chat right now, Joey or Jermaine, Joey or Cole in the chat right now. I need to see where everybody's at. Joey or Cole in the chat. Just type Joey or type Cole in the chat. Hold on, we got to get this. Joey or Cole in the chat. Hold up. Joey, hey, y'all got Joey or y'all got Cole in the chat? I see one Joey, couple Joeys. Cole. All right, y'all make sense. I still see some Joeys though. That's tough. I appreciate y'all.
personal opinion, because I ain't seen J. Cole show up to shit. You know, that's just my personal opinion. But part of me, a stronger track, you know, it's a decent direction to go in. I still think, you know, the production line should be opened up a lot more, but we'll see where it goes. He may have something already lined up. But anyway, you know, ladies and gentlemen, leave your comments below.
Yeah, man, that was a good one, bro. Hey, shout out to them, man. I got to tap into ThoughtCrimez more often, fam. I really do. Because I enjoy, like, just a little bit of a difference in opinion. We don't have to agree on everything. Like, that's totally fine. But I definitely think he bugging when it come to this J.COLE thing. Like, ain't no way, dog. Ain't no way, bro. Ain't no. I will never, ever. What do you say? 90% saying Cole, never listen to Joey. Hey, look, bro, chat. Let me know in the comments. Who do y'all have, Joey or Cole, man? I want to know. A couple comments, and then we're gonna get up out of here. If you guys don't mind, we got almost 200 people watching. If you could just hit the like button real quick, that'd be really help out the stream. I'm mad at Cole, but he got it. Cole can rap, but he just don't got that killer instinct. Sometimes people be wrong. Cole just need to rap and not back out. What else? You think Cole should reply to Gibbs? Are they beefing? I'm not aware of it, but if he is, I would love to see that too. Cole, a lot of Cole fans in here. All right, chat. Thank you guys for hanging out with me today. We got through a little bit early today. Tomorrow we're gonna get to some music. I did have maybe we'll do 2 music reactions tomorrow. If you guys do not mind subscribing to the channel if you're new. I'm trying to get to 27,000 subscribers over here if you guys will help me out. I appreciate it. Follow me up here at the HHSB crew on everything. I appreciate everybody's opinion in the chat. Nobody's wrong. We just here to have a conversation, so I appreciate everybody. I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have an incredible rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. I'm out. Peace.